the big tournament. Because the only reason why some people still compete in the game seems to be like the big tournament, and they're not giving how you qualify for it. I feel like the game was a bit rushed. They should have like released it later and like release it like in a better stage. Maybe do like an open beta so that people don't miss the game that much. I don't know. I still think it's a good enough game to like create some competition for Hearthstone, but Hearthstone is still dominating, I think. There are two things that Hearthstone can learn from Artifact that I would wish to have. First, I wish you would be able to like mulligan and end your turn with spacebar. I don't know why I want that, but it feels like much more easy to do. That'll be major. And another thing I would want is draft mode. Basically, I think draft would be better than arena. Like Hearthstone, Hearthstone draft mode would be amazing. But I don't think it will happen. I was talking with Hoy and he was like explaining how he thinks draft would work if Hearthstone had draft. And it legit would have been like amazing. How would draft work? So draft would work something like, instead like you have it under the arena, you just have draft and you pay 150 gold, the same you do for arena, for example. I don't know yet how much it should cost, but it should be similar to arena. Give me a second, let's track first. Crack. Okay, so there would be a draft pack which basically would have classic cards, basic cards, and new cards from the latest expansion. That's how I think it should work at its best. And then you're offered like a pack with like 12 cards and you pick a couple. Then you're offered less cards and you pick a couple. And then you totally pick like 60 or 70 cards and then you create a 30 card deck. Maybe you're offered like 50 cards and out of 50 you pick 30 at the end. But then they will be accused that it's too similar to Artifact's draft. So I don't know. I need to kill this. Nice. Mystic 3, thank you for subbing. Thank you so much, Mystic. Can someone explain why this deck runs life drinkers? I can. They're fast. They're faster than a lot of other options. Playing into Rexar. Playing around cards, lol. Come on, Dyer. Hunter's Mark can insta win. One off.
I hunt alone.
It's fine. Just don't die, lol. This is fine, right? I picked the 7 so I can go 1 plus 7 plus also hero power. I guess we lose to his hero power, if anything. Or not. I need lifesteal of some sort. Lethal next turn. Yeah, it should be lethal next turn. We have 16 damage. Maybe he has kill command as he's waiting. Oh, it's 19 damage actually. See? Comeback. I told you guys this is fine. Totally fine. Nothing to see here.
Rexar versus Uther. I will fight with honor. Let the hunt begin.
Was this your last year in Hearthstone? No! I plan on, like... I'm still playing Hearthstone. What do you mean? Do you think I'm gonna quit Hearthstone and become a lumberjack or what? I'm not even started, bro! Not even started. I'm not giving up until I at least play a world championship. Maybe win one.
Happy Feast of Wintervale, champion. Happy Feast of Wintervale.
Why did they keep Spring Paw? It's versatile. Last year you said that this could be your last year as a competitive player. Could. It isn't. What if they cancel esports, will you still play it? There is no way they can cancel Hearthstone esports. Like, they cancelled Heroes of the Storm, but that game kind of had it long coming, right? Like, you didn't hear anything about Heroes until they cancelled it, and then people started complaining a lot. Like, was anybody actually watching that game? And I feel like they were investing like a lot of money into Heroes. Like, they were investing more money into Heroes than in Hearthstone. If anything, they didn't put enough money into the Hearthstone esports scene compared to like how much the game is generating. So Hearthstone esports is only gonna get bigger, not smaller. And there's no way it gets cancelled, at least for the foreseeable future. Like, my focus this year was mostly on streaming, but also on competing. But it was hard to compete while streaming. But next year, according to what they announced, it seems to be like very good to be a streamer and a competitor, pretty much. Like, they're making it very good for like people like me. Because there's less tournaments and they're bigger. And they're gonna have like a round robin competition, which basically means like a league. So I hope I either get invited or I qualify for the league, and then it's gonna be like amazing, because I'll be able to balance both streaming and competitive play. So I'm really looking forward to it. And Hearthstone as a game, it's only getting better. Like the last 3 expansions were like really low power level, which kind of means that they get overpowered by the old expansions like Angoro, Kobolds, and Knights of the Frozen Throne. But once the rotation happens, we're gonna have a lower power level game, which is like very good overall because it's gonna create a lot of diversity. So I think next rotation is gonna be the best rotation we had so far. So I'm very hopeful for Hearthstone. Like last year I said it might be like my last year competing and playing Hearthstone because the things weren't looking that well. But now things are looking really well. Like I'm way more optimistic for next year than I was for like this year. I'm losing my voice. You can be my Santa. Hi there, Vanilla. Man, this deck seems to be like super powerful.